I would not know what to do.
Yeah. Okay, hi. We should be back now. Yeah, sorry about that. It's my bad. It was a tech failure. I bought this new wireless adapter a couple of days ago because there's a 5G Wi-Fi connection in the house, and my current adapter that I've switched back to couldn't pick it up, presumably because it's old. Uh, are we actually live?
It says that we are live and it's been 24-ish seconds, but I see
Yeah,
nothing on my end.
yeah, um,
I might need to refresh it. Let me try
yeah.
refreshing it.
I just did that now. But basically, this new adapter keeps just dying for a second, which, isn't a problem for general internet browsing, but for streaming, it is hell because it will kick you out of your stream whenever it bloody well likes.
Since I refreshed the page, I wonder if the details are going to get lost and if we're still streaming. It seems like we're still streaming because it says
Yeah.
elapsed time of 1
Ah,
minute
Sam
13
is here.
seconds. I am here.
Yeah.
Sweet. I still feel compelled to type because we were temporarily offline.
Yeah, but
Anyways,
that
I like to see the golden in my name.
that shouldn't be happening again. And your image quality has improved, as has mine, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this
I
this,
see I see
this
myself so
piece
much
of
better.
this piece of I mean, I'm on a 2G connection now because this I bought this to pick up the 5G one. We're on 3 less Gs and somehow it's better.
Well, I guess it's one of those cases in which it's good to know how old technology works because somehow it just saves you. All right then. So
But
I'm
I
going to
even note
alter some details
Yep.
because I don't want for this to get too repetitive. So I'm gonna call this part two.
Are they certified Gs and bona fide studs? And you can't teach that.
Hanging out. Okay. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to get my life together and have the best connection in the world. But for now, this works just fine. If it ain't broke, don't obsess over it, I guess.
Yeah.
All
Ah,
right.
okay.
Let's see.
Sorry, what were we talking about?
We
Oh,
were talking
I don't
about
have tits,
you're right.
the t shirt story.
Yeah, the story, right, the story. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I just remember saying that I would design this shirt, and I'm still thinking about it. I haven't forgotten. A shirt with a silhouette of Sam that's just holding like his breasts,
Yeah.
pretty much.
With the
Because that
caption,
was such an epic moment.
I don't have tits. That was before Nicole was born. That is,
Isn't that crazy?
yeah, that is
Yeah,
weird to think about. I
feel
just
old
sim
yet.
Well, I just finished a stream with Ian. Oh, um,
Oh, you have
show.
been policed, Sam. I approved it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have tits part 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Uh, Sweet. So it's cool. I get to see now how it is that comments get held. I've never seen that before in this type of layout. Usually I see it when I'm streaming from my phone, but also Ollie is kind of the police around here.
Yes, I am the moderator.
The moderator, right. I need water. There was some ASMR for a few seconds.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think
Sam thinks that
Nicole
Nicole
was
had been
born,
born.
yeah. Well, she was very young, if alive at all.
Probably a newborn.
Yeah.
I feel like that happened back in June last year.
Hmm.
It was definitely around this season. I remember that much.
Yes.
Let's see. Another cool question that I had pending for a future video topic was if you could identify with one fictional character from a book, show, or movie, who would it be?
Ooh, that is right up my street. Let me think. God, there are so many. Um,
I honestly cannot think of any. It's just, I find it difficult for me to find a fictional character relatable to where I'm like, yeah, man, that person is just me right there. But if I look at it from an admiring point of view, definitely it's got to be a superhero of some sort. Because, superheroes, they tend to have the theme is usually like a good moral story. So I'm trying to think who would represent me well. Um, I think Wonder Woman was definitely a good recent character that I have seen in a movie because, she has that naive stuff going on with her. And there was a point in my life in which I was just super naive. So I feel like her being a representation of youth, athletic, strong, determined. I feel like I have those traits. So for simplicity's sake, I'm going to say Wonder Woman
yeah.
is, as they showed her in 2017, was a pretty good rep of what I feel
I
I could relate to.
I want to say Steve Rogers, Captain America, but uh, I don't know if I identify with him more than just admire the character. I like paragons. Sad thing is, Ollie and I identified with most double acts. Yeah, yeah. Every time we would see a movie with two characters playing across from each other, we would always say, "Yeah, that one's definitely you, and that one's me." Like one of my favorite examples was the movie The Road to El Dorado, because one of the characters even looks like Sam as well as acts like him.
My
So
brother and I, when we were growing up, we would do that so much. Like, oh, I want to be the Green Ninja. And for me, it was difficult because I was a girl, and of course, most of the stuff that we watched was action packed with like male leads. So I usually had to be like, oh yeah, I'm that guy, and I'm like, oh, I find it perfectly fine that I am saying that I am declaring myself to be a male character when I'm a female. But I always felt like some female characters just didn't cut it for me because it was like the drama kind that were just
yeah,
stomping their feet, crying over something. So I'm like, no, I like to be an action hero, Like the there's like this story. I don't know if it's a Karate Kid movie, but there's like these three kids that are like ninjas. They wear yellow, green, and blue. It's a really old movie. So I was like, I like to be the green one because the green one is cute or something stupid like that.
sounds as it's okay. Some characters are relatable to me that are the opposite gender. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. But Sam and I have this pact that if we ever go to a convention together, we're going as Miguel and Tulio from The Road to El Dorado.
That's cool. And it's okay. Some characters are relatable to me that are of the opposite gender. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's like music. When you listen to music, if in my case, if it's a male singing a song, most of the time it is sung to a woman. So I enjoy a lot of male artists. It would be weird for me to say, oh, nah, I cannot enjoy this music because it's being sung to a woman. No, not at all.
He says,
But in the case of taking the place of a character, though, it's kind of weird
Sam
to
says,
feel
Nicole's
like a man.
namesake was relatable to me. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Uh, yeah, I don't relate to Captain America. Well, I do sort of in a sort of idealistic way, but I could never dream of being that good a person.
Funny that you say that because I was going to say, I think you relate to Captain America when it comes to the part of integrity, I guess.
Oh, I'm
And
glad you think so.
I don't want to say that you have a thing against cuss words because you cuss like a sailor,
Yeah.
but it's not like you would be beep,
Yeah.
bleep, words like that.
Language.
Uh, but yeah, I can see why you would say Captain America. It doesn't surprise me at all that you said that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, are you a dog person or a cat person?
Dogs. Dogs all the way, every time.
Me too. Although I get to only have cats because of how practical they are for fostering, um, I love dogs. I hope to have a dog in my life
Yeah.
someday, soon. And speaking of dogs, did you guys hear the story of that one YouTuber who got in trouble over her abusing her dog or something? What did you guys think if you heard about it?
Sam says he can't pick between them. I like cats, but dogs take it for me.
I like cats because, they're cute and they're funny, but when it comes to overall experience, dogs, even though I haven't had one since I was a kid.
Um, um, Sam says, "Oh yes, I did." Eh?
It was I was asking that question about the YouTuber, that one big YouTuber who was apparently abusing her dog.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, my brain spaced for a second on the connection between the two.
No, it's cool. Honestly, I watched the clip and I thought that my impressions, I pretty much expressed them on Twitter, but I said if you don't have patience like that, if you have a short temper, you shouldn't have pets. Because pets are, I don't want to compare them to a human, of course. They're not people. But just because they're not people doesn't mean you cannot treat them with respect. So if you want to be a good parent, I would say that patience is imperative. So I like to look at pets as creatures that are permanently on a child stage.
Yeah.
And you just have to be patient with them. You have to show them everything. You have to reward them for everything. So I think that that person clearly um, can lose her temper enough to where she can treat a pet like that. So I think she doesn't belong with pets.
Yeah. Animals are perfect. If that person was sat across from me, there would be one interaction between us, and that would be me doing this. Leave the dagger on the table, leave the room, close the door.
Yeah, it makes me sad because, like I was saying in one of my comments, I said the only reason you are writing this note clarifying your story is because you got caught. You accidentally uploaded this video, pretty much telling on yourself. You received this negative attention and you're under investigation. But if that hadn't happened, would you have expressed and admitted that you have tendencies of being mean to your dog and stuff? See what I mean? But anyway, it's just it keeps surfacing more and more that people during streams or something they don't treat their pets right. So for
Yeah.
me, because Dusty is unpredictable, that's why you guys never see him. Because sometimes he is perfectly chill and serene and peaceful, and then all of a sudden he'll just jump at me, get like he'll try to climb up my leg, he'll try to eat my hair,
Yeah.
all kinds of crazy things. So when Dusty does that, I can anticipate that he's in his playful mood. So what I do is I just try to play with him for a little bit and catnip the mess out of him and,
Sam says
stays
certain
chill.
people shouldn't have animals. They treat them like things or property. Yes, this is very true.
Right, right. That is absolutely true. Let's see. Do you have any regrets? And if so, what is your biggest one?
Oh,
Well,
fucking hell,
for
where
me
to start?
personally, for me personally, I have experiences that I wish would not have happened. But in the grand scheme of things, I do not regret anything that has happened to me because just like everybody says, and this is absolutely true. If it weren't for those experiences, I would not be the person who I am today. And every day I keep becoming happier and happier with who I am and what I'm becoming. So some stuff I do want to say, oh yeah, I regret that. I regret not having taken that opportunity. I regret not having moved over there, not talking to this person, whatever it is. But when I think about it, I feel like if it's meant to happen, it'll find its way to you. So if the chances that I have not dared to take were meant for me, somehow it'll just come back to me. So no, I don't ever say that I have any regrets.
As I said, sadly I'm limited by text, otherwise I would say more. Yeah, it's cool. Um, right, regrets. I've had a few. I'm not going to say too few to mention because I've had fucking loads. But
Well, I guess which one changed your life the most to where you feel like
I guess
you
recently,
you regret it because you did not take action, so therefore you feel like your life is not better because of
yeah,
that.
I have got one. I guess more recently, my first year of uni, I didn't live on site. I commuted from home. That was my mother's idea, not mine. Uh, um, in spite of herself. And that just made everything really difficult. And it wasn't until I moved in second year and got a taste of being free and independent, as it were, that I realised um, basically how much I hated it at home.
Was it your mom's idea to keep you from living on campus over finances, or was she just worried about you?
I don't know, probably both.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
regret one thing, but the fact it happened actually made my life better. I think I know what it is. Yeah.
I agree with you, but the fact okay.
Um, but yeah, that would be a recent-ish. Well, recent. It was like 5 years ago now. A recent-ish regret of mine, because if I had moved out earlier than I did, and well, firstly, I would have been able to enjoy first year properly, and first year of university is fucking great because the workload is light enough that you can do everything at the last minute and not even sweat it. Like if you're good at it, of course. Like by which I mean I could. Uh,
Isn't that crazy? I was telling my
but
manager the other day
this is why the
that
first year doesn't count, by the way.
that I he was saying something about I'm working on this schedule and it's not so tough, but it can get tricky. But I am surprised at how well I've been able to breeze through it with all the stuff that's happening. And then I said, congratulations, you are experiencing the benefit of running on autopilot. And what I mean by that is that I personally don't feel like I'm good at my job. It's just that because it's a repetitive job, you can specialize in it enough to where you can develop shortcuts and things, and it makes you look freaking amazing. But the moment they change a step in how I go about my daily routine, it's like I feel like I'm new to the job again. So the reason I mentioned that is because what can I say? Do not be stuck to your circumstances. Do not become too comfortable with the way you're living your life now, because otherwise, implementing changes that are beneficial for you are going to scare you, and you may never allow the opportunity for good change to come.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to change my circumstances, as you know, but they're stubborn circumstances.
Politics,
Uh,
politics.
Politics, the fact that nobody wants to hire a cripple. Yeah, I went there. Uh, uh,
Well, I guess that's where the saying goes, where they say, well, if you cannot find a job, make it. But at the same time, realistically, not everybody can create
yeah.
a job for themselves. Not everybody can make a business. You need to have all kinds of things, like preferably a family that already has money or already has a business, already has something going on for them. But also, let's face it, some of it just comes down to charisma and even a little bit of luck. And what I mean by luck is the stuff that is perceived by society as a benefit for you, like the so-called beauty privilege that some people have, let's face it, some of it is real because there's people who get different treatments
That
over
is a
that. So
massive double-edged sword, though, because like, yeah, you'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
preferential treatment in
People
some.
don't think about the negative connotations of that. Like that is sometimes the wrong kind of attention to get.
Yeah,
Like people like to
I'm
focus on the
talking
fact
like
that, oh,
I'm.
your life is so much easier because you're attractive. But I'm like, have you ever thought about how creepy it is that people are just, after you?
Yeah. I mean,
Wrong attention.
I'm saying it like I know what it's like to get the beauty privilege. I fucking don't.
Well, I guess it's because
Jordan
I guess in
Smith
your
says
case,
hi, everybody.
someone might
Hi,
say it's
Jordan
because you're a
Smith.
guy. It's because you're a guy. So guys don't get privilege, you know what I'm saying?
Uh, I don't know. Because
Hey
wheelchair,
Jordan.
I work something like a snowplow. Like if I'm going towards a crowd of people, they will part like the Red fucking Sea.
I want to hang out with you because I feel like people are constantly on my way. But maybe it's because everywhere that I go, I feel like I'm in a hurry. Like I go to the grocery store, I go straight to what I'm looking for. And if what I'm looking for has been moved, I
Oh,
freak out.
sorry, Sam. I missed your comment. It said it takes a while to get life fixed. Believe me. Oh, don't I know it? I was with
Oh,
you for
yeah.
every step of the way, with you sorting yours out.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Not everything happens overnight.
Happy Thursday,
Um,
Jordan.
Happy Thursday to you. Um, isn't that crazy? It's already Thursday. But then again, I had that week off, so I'm still trying to get accustomed to the calendar.
Speaking of life circumstances, though, one of the reasons I haven't quite abandoned all hope is that if things get too bad for me over here, Sam has promised me an out, and that I can just basically bail on England and go stay with him.
Sweet. And
So,
then Sam also says, I get a few privileges due to the long hair in town. I love it.
yeah, he lives in Scotland. He really does look the part. I mean, you've seen what he looks like.
Now let's ask him a question. Hey, Sam, are you a ginger or a strawberry blonde? I want to hear it from you.
Interesting
Because
question.
Ollie insists that you are a ginger.
No, I
I
don't.
just I just want to stir the mud up in here. I just want to see some, some fight going on. Just
I
kidding.
have at some point heard Sam say that he is both. He says
A gingerberry. He's a gingerberry. How about that? It
it.
varies, depends on the season.
My hair changes with the seasons too. I'm much more blonde in the summer.
I feel like I'm much more brunette in the summer. Like today specifically, someone said, "Did you do something to your hair?" And I'm like, "Let it grow." And they were like, "Nah, the hue of it." And I'm like, when I was little, I was brunette with very subtle blonde highlights. And then what is this shit? When did this happen? And my cousins who were blonde, they all have dark hair now. They did nothing to it. So I think if you're born with light hair, it'll turn dark. And if you're born with light hair, it'll. No, that's what I said. If you're born with. What am I saying? Vice versa! Vice
Yeah.
versa. I forgot what I mentioned
Um.
already.
Sam says, "In the summer I'm blonde. In the winter I'm fully ginger."
But now I'm compelled to ask, is there any evidence of freckles? Because apparently gingers need to have freckles.
It could be that I never paid. I'm not going to say I never paid attention to Sam's face, but I don't remember seeing any freckles.
There aren't any. I'm pretty sure there aren't any. I cannot imagine Sam with
Or,
freckles.
like maybe I'm just not good at identifying them. I'm, oh God, yes, he says.
I look at freckles as a stain on your face.
Well, that's
Dirty
nice.
face. That is very nice. It's an impurity in the face. I'm a terrible person.
He says they appear a lot in summer. Ah.
Oh, freckles confirmed. that changes my life forever, my perception of you. Now I need to update my silhouette photo to include many spots on the face.
Yeah.
See, has freckles. Interesting.
Yeah.
I only know a handful of people with freckles, to tell you the truth.
Mother
Let's
says
see.
each one of my freckles is a kiss from an angel. That was a South
Let's
Park
see.
reference.
Oh God, my favorite is still that Stallone one that we have yet to find a good quality version.
The Take Bread says Flash for $100. Well, if that's what you want.
Yeah, he was definitely talking to you. Yep. Nah, yeah. Of course, occasionally you do get that one person who says something, whatever you want to call it, in the comments. But what we do is we move on.
Yeah.
I have so much freckles on my face. You got freckles, Jordan? That's cool. I can't say I've noticed them. Well, I guess no one is actively looking at people's faces going like, let me inspect you for freckles. But anyways, no freckles found. Let's see.
Move along, sir.
I don't remember anybody having freckles in my family. Let's see. What else can we discuss in here? I got about 10 more minutes that I can hang out in here, guys. So, comment section, feel free to just jump in and say something while I get my life together over here with possible things to talk about. What's everybody's weather looking like? Like, Ollie, you're over there.
Shit.
Over here, it's kind of humid, not too much. At night, it gets kind of cool, and in the daytime, it's not as hot as it was a month ago. That's for sure.
We had our heat wave. It has reverted back to British weather.
Yeah, your little heat wave of what, 95 degrees Fahrenheit?
That's a lot
Fahrenheit. Please try 110 or 107 or 101, 102. What's gonna happen to you? You'll turn into soup, man.
Sam says rainstorms followed by boiling heat.
I'll take
handle
the
it, man.
rain any day. I can have it rain
I've got
every day
another
of my life and I'll be happy.
I've got another Sam story that he can confirm. Sam used to have this, I don't know if he still has it, he used to have this really long leather trench coat, right? And he would wear that everywhere, regardless of the weather. And it got to the point where he was going through the town on a hot summer's day where Starbucks were giving out free frappuccinos because people were passing out. And he was in this like big old leather trench coat and people were like, how are you alive?
I love how trench coats look, but for me, I only wear mine if it's snowing outside. The one I have, it's a black.
I told Sam to get a pair of Heelys so he could move along without moving his legs, so it could look like he was just gliding like some sort of...
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah. True. I still have both. True, yeah. Sam can confirm.
Michigan is hot. Heat, oven, bake, boil. I miss the fall and the winter. Yes, I cannot wait for the fall because the weather, starts changing, and we also have new things to eat. The seasonal items, that's always exciting, although they tend to be very sugary in anticipation for the holidays. But spring will always be my favorite season. It's just the best. Let's see. The other stuff I have written here is more about stuff that I should do. Like, Jordan, I haven't forgotten that I need to try that chocolate raspberry smoothie idea that we were discussing a few months ago.
What's this? Michigan. Oh yes, Halloween. I love the rain too, but fall is better. Cool air. Halloween.
Halloween is nice, but I never really participate in it. I never dress up. I never eat candy, stuff like that.
Boys and girls of every yeah, I'm not gonna break into song. Although that would be a way to end the stream.
What, you want to break it down with a song? Sure, break it down with a song.
No, I'm not gonna.
You want to be an entertainer. This is your opportunity to put yourself out there.
All right, I'm taking requests if anyone has them.
Oh, this is gonna be so fun. Oh, that's right, Zamri. I wanna try to. I'm so slow to do it about this movie. The Joys of an American Mother-in-Law.
Yeah, he just enjoys candy. Yeah.
What's everybody's favorite candy? And I guess if it's something that we cannot get in the States, describe it. Ollie, of course, introduced me to just chocolate coconut. Your girl kills for chocolate coconut.
Bounties.
So that was the little bar that changed my life. Although they're like similar to Almond Joys, minus the almonds. But
you froze for just a second there. You were talking about bounties, right?
Yep. Anyway, it's not like I haven't made an entire video about them.
Sounds like Sing Sweet Transvestite. I'm not sure I know the words. Hold on. How'd you do? I see you've met my faithful handyman. He's just a little strung out, see? When you knocked, he thought you were the Candyman. Don't get strung out. By the way, it'll be better with instrumental.
I love it when Ollie has like this little bit of a squire type of tone.
Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not much of a man by the light of day, but by night I'm one hell of a lover.
You guys notice that? Something I will never relate to is going like this.
Oh God! Yeah. I can't stop since I have facial hair. I can't stop pulling at it.
What is this gesture? What does it mean? All I'm doing is picking up my face fat.
Yeah, pretty much. I thought you meant I was picking up my face fat. That one.
I'm picking up my face fat.
I love Jolly Rancher Skittles. Sam says uncultured swine. You know what? That's fair. Although I did eventually remember the words. I have a theatre.
Jolly Ranchers are great. I haven't had them since I was like in high school.
Hi, old man. Hi, Jordan Smith. You can.
Oh yeah, in the description I called you the old man.
Yeah. The old man.
All right. Well, I think this is a good stopping place, you guys. We will try to return in a prompt manner. No promises. I have to be getting my life together. And actually, I don't want to say have the time to stream because realistically, sometimes I do. But it's just that I do other things in its place. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to take a nap. I just want to rest. I just don't want to deal with people. I just don't want to talk. I just want to lay down and not produce a sound. But I'm feeling much better now. So I don't see why I would want to avoid this fun task.
Sam says, well done, Ollie. Scottish tablet for you. Oh, he sent me one of those. Those were one of the things you sent me, weren't they? It's basically a block of sugar. In like just candy bar form, like it's a block of crystallized sugar.
No chocolate, nothing. Just sugar.
That's the best I can describe it. Would that be an apt description, Sam? I didn't answer my favourite candy. A
block of questions.
The
Hobgoblins.
No, I wouldn't say hobnobs are my favourite. Hobgoblins.
Hobgoblins.
Wow, I love this video. I'll always remember this day.
Sweet. Well,
cool.
We will most definitely attempt to make this a more regular, frequent thing if technology allows, because it's as you can probably see, there's been like, or maybe you cannot see it yet, but in a couple of hours there will be all these random videos popping up from
It's
when
alright.
our streams would crash.
I've discarded
So
the offending piece of tech. Piece of shit.
yeah, it hasn't given any problems. That's cool. We're 34 minutes into this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is pretty much a testing day when it comes to this format. And I have always wanted to share this too.
Someday.
We will consider your application in a prompt manner. Am I right?
Yeah. Well, it's your call. It's your channel.
He's the moderator, so he kind of has a say. You know what I'm saying? Kinda.
Well, kind of, but it is your channel. It's ultimately your call who's on it and who's not.
Exactly. So feel free to apply. We will consider this the preliminary stage in your application process. So yeah, here I am trying to make it sound like it's impossible for you to join my stream. But yeah, Sam, we'll make it work. We'll figure it out. For now, we're just testing this out. It worked. So I'm just excited that we can finally do something a little different around here, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, the floor is open. Anything else that anyone wants to say? And after that, we can just go to our respective homes, which we're at, but just offline.
Oh, hold on just a second. Can I plug my channel in the chat?
Plug your channel in the chat? You mean like leave your link?
Well, if I leave a comment, then that will link to my channel, surely.
Yeah, I guess so, because I have no idea how to begin to do that. Because I would have to exit out of this, and anytime I push buttons here, something happens. It probably buffers my internet connection, because I have too many things running. But yeah, I would say leave your link in the comments. And yeah, this is frozen for me. My computer is not showing anything.
I can't see the comments. Damn it. Alright, I'll tell you what, I'm going to try it with my web browser.
Yeah, my thing is it's really speeding up now. Like the video feedback, it's going really, really, really fast. Really, really, really fast.
Yeah. Oh, live now.
Let's talk about all these murdering TV shows, same ideas, and sad show people watch today's world. Yeah, I have considered making a video about the gun stuff going on in our amazing country. But I like to get my mind together on it first because it's subscribe to me.
Subscribe to me.
It's a sensitive topic, you know what I mean? So I don't want to treat it lightly. But yeah, definitely, we'll have those discussions. I just need to get my life together.
Sorry, I forgot to mute the part of the stream that I was watching, so there's gonna be like an echo for that part of the video. Sorry
right, you didn't mute it or something. Yeah, I didn't even hear it, but I guess I don't.
You will on the playback.
Okay.
I can give us background music if you like.
In the future.
In the future.
In the future.
I can see the future.
Now you two can see the future. I'm on fire.
I'm on fire.
Yeah, let's get out of here because it's hot. All right.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. Ollie, you are amazing. Thank you so much. Good to have you.
My pleasure.
And yeah, we will come back next year. Now I'm playing. Soon enough. Yeah. All right. I'll see you soon, guys.
See you soon.
Ollie, goodbye.